Welcome back to our channel Numismatics World HD. In today's video, we're going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1985 USA $quarter coin is more than just a simple piece of currency. It represents a key moment in American numismatic history, as well as a snapshot of a dynamic era in U.S. culture and politics. To the average person, the 1985 quarter might appear to be a typical, unremarkable coin, just another standard issue in the series of Washington quarters. But for coin collectors, historians, and enthusiasts, it holds a deeper significance. This coin, though it may have circulated freely in the hands of millions, holds secrets and rare qualities that make it extraordinarily valuable today, with some pieces now worth as much as $135,000. How did this happen? What makes the 1985 quarter so appealing? Let's embark on a journey to discover the fascinating history, design, and allure of this iconic American coin. Let's first take a step back in time and consider the historical backdrop of the 1985 quarter. The year 1985 marked a period of immense change in both America and the world. In the United States, President Ronald Reagan was in the midst of his second term in office. The country was experiencing an economic recovery following the early 1980s recession, and the Reagan administration was heavily focused on foreign policy, with particular attention on the Cold War and its complex relations with the Soviet Union. Domestically, America was seeing the rise of new technologies, the spread of pop culture icons, and an increasing push for greater economic liberalization. It was a time of both optimism and uncertainty, as the country was grappling with its role on the global stage and navigating a new era of politics, economics, and culture. For the U.S. Mint, the 1985 quarter represented a time of continuity. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932, was still the official design of the coin, and it would remain in use for many years to come. By this time, the quarter had become an enduring symbol of American coinage, with its depiction of George Washington, a man whose face had become synonymous with the American spirit of liberty, independence, and resilience. But while the design remained unchanged, the coin itself was undergoing some fascinating transitions, particularly in terms of minting technology and the conditions under which coins were produced. The 1985 quarter was minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, which produced millions of coins that year for regular circulation. The basic design of the coin, featuring Washington on the obverse, front, and an eagle on the reverse, back, remained consistent with the original concept introduced in 1932 by artist John Flanagan. The reverse side of the coin shows a majestic eagle, wings spread wide, clutching an olive branch and a bundle of arrows, symbolizing peace and strength. Above the eagle are the words, United States of America, while below it is the denomination, $quarter. While these elements of the design had remained largely unchanged for decades, 1985 marked an important time for coin collectors, as it was a year of transition between older traditions and new challenges in the world of numismatics. It was during this time that the U.S. Mint began to consider how it would eventually modernize coin designs and introduce new commemorative programs, efforts that would become more evident in later years, with the creation of the 50-state quarters program and the America the Beautiful Quarter series. For collectors, the 1985 quarter is the last of the traditional design before those major changes took place. Now, let's delve into the specifics of the 1985 quarter's design. The obverse side features the iconic portrait of George Washington, created by sculptor John Flanagan. Washington is shown in profile, with his familiar, determined expression and the signature white powdered wig that has come to symbolize the elegance and wisdom of the first president. Surrounding the image of Washington are the inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year of minting, 1985. These elements evoke a sense of patriotism, reverence, and historical continuity, as Washington remains a central figure in the American consciousness. His face on the coin is a testament to the enduring importance of his legacy and leadership in the formation of the United States. The reverse side of the coin, as mentioned earlier, depicts an eagle, one of the most powerful symbols of the American nation. This eagle, designed by sculptor Henry Crider, is poised and dignified, representing the strength and resolve of the United States. The olive branch and arrows in its talons symbolize the country's desire for peace but also its readiness to defend itself if necessary. The design has remained largely unchanged since 1932, and it reflects the steady, unwavering character of the nation, always balancing peace with a preparedness for action when the time calls for it. Despite the simple and timeless beauty of the design, the value of the 1985 quarter today is not solely rooted in its historical or artistic significance. What has made this coin truly stand out in the world of numismatics is its rarity, condition, and the occasional errors found in certain batches. Let's take a closer look at the factors that contribute to the quarter's collector appeal. As with all coins, the value of a 1985 quarter depends largely on its condition. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins each year, but only a small fraction of those coins are ever in pristine condition. Coins that are in excellent, uncirculated condition, meaning they show no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, are much more valuable than those that have been in circulation for years. In the case of the 1985 quarter, coins that are graded at the highest levels, such as MS-67 or MS-68, mint state, can fetch a premium price. However, the real excitement among collectors comes when error coins are discovered. The U.S. Mint occasionally produces coins with flaws or inconsistencies in their design. These error coins, while often small and difficult to spot, can be extraordinarily valuable due to their rarity. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1985 quarter is the double die error, in which certain letters or numbers appear to be doubled due to an issue with the die used to strike the coin. In some cases, collectors have reported finding coins with slightly misaligned images, altered lettering, or other anomalies. These error coins are prized for their rarity and uniqueness, and they can command extremely high prices on the secondary market. In particular, the 1985 Denver Mint quarter is a coin that has garnered attention for its potential for errors and imperfections. The 1985 quarter that was struck with a double die or any noticeable design flaw has fetched substantial prices in auctions and private sales. Some of these error coins have been known to sell for over $100,000, depending on the severity of the flaw and the condition of the coin. But even without any noticeable errors, certain 1985 quarters can still be worth significantly more than their face value. Coins that have been well preserved in mint condition and have been professionally graded by reputable organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, are often sold at auction to eager collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a flawless example. In fact, some high-grade 1985 quarters have been sold for over $135,000, particularly those that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. For many collectors, the 1985 quarter represents more than just a valuable coin. It's a piece of history, a reminder of an era gone by, and a link to the past. The coin reflects a time when the United States was navigating the complexities of the Cold War, the rise of technology, and a shifting global economy. For others, it's simply the thrill of the hunt, searching through bags of loose change, trying to spot a rare error or uncirculated piece that could be worth a small fortune. Either way, the 1985 quarter has earned its place as one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world of numismatics. So, what does this all mean for the average person? Well, it means that even the most seemingly mundane coins, those that we might casually toss into our pockets or leave forgotten at the bottom of a drawer, can hold incredible value. The 1985 quarter serves as a reminder that rare and valuable treasures can be hidden in plain sight, and that a bit of knowledge, a keen eye, and some good luck can lead to discoveries worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1990 USA $quarter coin, like many coins, holds more significance than what meets the eye. To the casual observer, it might seem like just another standard quarter, a piece of everyday currency. But for collectors, enthusiasts, and numismatists, the 1990 quarter holds a fascinating story, one that ties together the history of the United States, its minting practices, and the incredible appeal of rare and valuable coins. Today, some 1990 quarters are worth up to $125,000, thanks to their rarity, condition, and the potential for hidden errors. This particular quarter is not just a coin in circulation, it is a fascinating artifact that has captured the attention of collectors and is part of the vast, intricate world of numismatics. To truly understand why the 1990 quarter is so highly valued, we must first explore the historical context of its creation. The year 1990 was one of transition for the United States, a time when the country was undergoing significant changes both domestically and internationally. President George H.W. Bush was serving his first term in office, and the country was dealing with several key issues, including the end of the Cold War, the Gulf War, and the rapid advancement of technology. The U.S. economy was experiencing a period of growth, and the country's cultural landscape was influenced by new music, movies, and the rise of the Internet. It was also a year in which the U.S. Mint continued its production of coins for general circulation, and the Washington quarter was no exception. The design of the quarter, which had been in use since 1932, remained consistent throughout 1990, making this coin part of the long tradition of Washington quarters. George Washington's image, along with the majestic eagle on the reverse side, continued to symbolize the strength and resilience of the nation. However, while the coin's design remained consistent, it was the minting process and the subtle variations that would later contribute to the 1990 quarter's appeal. The year 1990 saw a relatively high production of quarters, minted at both the Denver and Philadelphia facilities, but it was also a year where certain quirks and rare conditions of the coins came into play, making them especially attractive to collectors. Whether these variations were caused by changes in the minting process, errors, or simple human oversight, they created opportunities for certain quarters to rise above the others in value. The 1990 quarter's design is rooted in a long history. On the obverse front of the coin, we see the portrait of George Washington, created by sculptor John Flanagan. Washington, the first president of the United States, is depicted in profile, wearing his signature powdered wig. Surrounding his portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the year of minting, 1990. These inscriptions not only emphasize the reverence for Washington as a symbol of American ideals but also solidify the quarter as a staple in American coinage. Flanagan design, chosen after a national competition in 1932, continues to serve as an enduring reminder of Washington's leadership and the birth of the nation. On the reverse back of the coin, we see an eagle, perched and ready to spread its wings. The eagle, designed by sculptor Henry Crider, is one of the most recognizable and powerful symbols of the United States. It grasps an olive branch and a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing peace and strength, respectively. The words "United States of America" are inscribed along the top, and the denomination $quarter appears along the bottom. This simple yet majestic design reflects the strength, unity, and independence of the country, making the quarter a fitting tribute to the American spirit. While the design of the 1990 quarter remained the same as previous years, there were key factors that set this year apart in terms of minting practices. The production of coins in 1990 followed similar methods to those used in previous decades, but the minting process itself was undergoing some changes. The U.S. Mint had already begun to experiment with modern techniques in the mid-1980s, seeking more efficient ways to produce coins. This included advancements in die-making technology, better quality control processes, and improvements in the presses used to strike coins. Despite these improvements, it was during the production of the 1990 quarter that some rare and valuable variations began to emerge. Coin errors, while not uncommon, became more noticeable as collectors began to scrutinize the quarters being circulated. These errors often occurred during the minting process, when the dies or presses were misaligned, or when imperfections were introduced into the production process. These anomalies are what give certain 1990 quarters their value, as collectors are often willing to pay a premium for these rare errors. One of the most highly sought-after varieties of the 1990 quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the design elements on the coin, such as the lettering or the date, are struck twice, resulting in a doubling effect. In the case of the 1990 quarter, this error can sometimes be subtle, with the doubling occurring on the Liberty inscription, the "In God We Trust" motto, or even the date. These double dies are rare, and when found, they can increase the value of the coin dramatically. A 1990 quarter with a noticeable double die error can fetch thousands, if not tens of thousands, of dollars in auctions. Additionally, other error coins produced in 1990 have captured the attention of collectors. These errors can range from minor issues, such as misaligned strikes, to more extreme variations, like overdates or die cracks. Misaligned strikes occur when the coin is not properly centered when it's struck by the minting press, leading to coins that are off-center or misshapen. These coins, while often considered imperfections, are highly prized by collectors due to their rarity, but it's not just error coins that make the 1990 quarter so appealing. The overall quality of the coin plays a significant role in its value as well. Coins that are graded as mint state or proof are typically worth more than those that have been in circulation for years. Mint state coins are those that have never been used in daily transactions and are in pristine condition, often displaying sharp details and bright, clean surfaces. A mint state 1990 quarter, particularly one that is graded MS 67 or higher, can command impressive prices, sometimes reaching the high four-figure or low five-figure range. The 1990 quarter also benefits from the overall collector demand for Washington quarters. Since its introduction in 1932, the Washington quarter has become one of the most collected U.S. coins, thanks to its enduring design, its symbolic connection to American history, and its long-standing presence in the U.S. economy. This has created a dedicated collector base that spans across generations. For many, collecting quarters from different years is a way to connect with the nation's history, and finding rare or valuable examples from particular years, like 1990, is a significant accomplishment. The 1990 quarter is particularly appealing for those seeking to complete a collection of quarters minted in the late 20th century. Coins minted during this era, including those from 1990, are often seen as an important part of American coinage, and as such, they are highly valued by collectors. Some enthusiasts focus specifically on acquiring coins from particular years, seeking out high-quality examples and rarities that may have slipped under the radar when they were first issued. As we near the end of our exploration into the 1990 USA quarter, it's time to address the question on everyone's mind: how much is this quarter really worth? As we've discussed, the value of a coin is determined by several factors: its rarity, its condition, and whether it possesses any unique errors or characteristics. While most 1990 quarters are worth only their face value of 25 cents, certain examples can be worth much, much more. In particular, well-preserved 1990 quarters that have been graded in high mint state condition can fetch impressive sums. Coins graded MS 67 or higher, especially those that were minted at the Denver Mint, have sold for several $1,000s in auctions. But what really drives the value of the 1990 quarter is the discovery of error coins, particularly the rare, double die varieties. Some of these rare error coins have been sold for as much as $125,000, depending on their condition and rarity. The appeal of these coins lies not only in their imperfections but in their uniqueness. A 1990 quarter with a double die error is an example of a mistake that became a treasure, and collectors are often willing to pay top dollar for such a rare find. In conclusion, the 1990 USA $quarter coin may seem like an ordinary piece of currency at first glance, but for collectors and numismatists, it is much more than that. This coin represents a fascinating chapter in the history of American coinage, and its value has only grown with time. Whether it's the rare error coins, the pristine mint state examples, or the simple fact that it's part of the enduring Washington quarter series, the 1990 quarter has captured the hearts of collectors across the country. So, the next time you come across a 1990 quarter, take a moment to appreciate its history, its design, and its potential value. You never know, it might just be worth more than you think. The 1998 USA $quarter coin is often overlooked in the vast world of American numismatics, yet it carries a fascinating story that intertwines with the nation's history, the evolution of its minting practices, and, of course, the ever-growing interest in rare and valuable coins. For most people, a quarter from 1998 may seem like just another part of the pocket change we use every day. However, the truth is far more intriguing. Some of these quarters, especially those in pristine condition or possessing rare era characteristics, have recently been sold for astonishing sums, up to $115,000. How is this possible, you ask? Let's dive deep into the history, design, and minting of the 1998 quarter to uncover the factors that have contributed to its collector appeal and skyrocketing value. The year 1998 marked an interesting period in the history of the United States, both domestically and internationally. President Bill Clinton was serving his second term in office, and the country was experiencing significant changes. The U.S. economy was booming during this time, largely thanks to the tech bubble and the dot-com boom, which was transforming the way people lived and worked. The world was on the cusp of the digital age, and the internet was starting to become an everyday part of people's lives. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint continued its mission of producing coins for general circulation, and among those coins was the quarter, the 25-cent piece that had been a staple in American currency for over 6 decades. By the time 1998 rolled around, the design of the quarter had undergone several changes. However, the Washington quarter, with George Washington's portrait gracing the obverse, remained a constant. This design, created by John Flanagan in 1932, had become a hallmark of American coinage, symbolizing the strength, unity, and resilience of the country. Washington, the first president of the United States, stood as a symbol of leadership and patriotism. The quarter was a constant companion to the American public, an emblem of the nation's enduring values, despite the fact that the design of the Washington quarter was unchanged in 1998. That year was significant because it marked a major turning point for the coin's production. The U.S. Mint had started experimenting with a new method for producing coins, particularly through the introduction of the 50-state quarters program, which launched in 1999. The program, which would run through 2008, was a groundbreaking initiative that saw the release of unique designs for each of the 50 states, replacing the familiar eagle design on the reverse of the quarter. Though this change occurred in the years following 1998, the groundwork was already being laid in the year prior. The production of quarters in 1998 reflected the U.S. Mint's ongoing efforts to innovate in terms of design and minting processes. For collectors, this made the 1998 quarter a fascinating piece of American coinage, as it represented the last year before the iconic state quarter designs began circulating. On the obverse side of the 1998 quarter, we find the familiar image of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan. The design had not changed since 1932, and it continued to be one of the most recognizable features of American coinage. The face of Washington, bold and noble, is framed by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the date 1998 proudly displayed. These elements served as a tribute to Washington's legacy, and the quarter's design remained a consistent reminder of the nation's founding ideals. On the reverse side of the 1998 quarter, the design continued to feature the bald eagle, perched with its wings outstretched, ready to take flight. The eagle, symbolizing power and freedom, holds an olive branch and a bundle of arrows in its talons, signifying peace and strength. Above the eagle, we see the inscription "United States of America," while the denomination $quarter is inscribed along the bottom. The reverse design, created by sculptor Henry Crider, had also remained unchanged for decades, solidifying the quarter as an enduring symbol of the United States. While the design of the 1998 quarter remained faithful to the Washington quarter's traditional look, the production of coins that year was far from static. The U.S. Mint was continually refining its processes, ensuring that coins were made more efficiently and with higher quality control standards. This period saw the increasing use of modern technology in minting, such as advances in die making and the use of improved presses to strike the coins. These innovations allowed for greater precision in the production process, but they also resulted in an increase in the number of coins that would be considered mint errors, some of which would later become highly valuable in the numismatic market. It is precisely these mint errors that have contributed to the 1998 quarter's collector appeal. Over the years, coins with manufacturing defects have often been regarded as more valuable than their standard counterparts. This is especially true for coins with rare and unique errors, which may only exist in a small number of examples. In the case of the 1998 quarter, certain varieties have caught the attention of collectors for their distinctive features, such as doubling of the design elements or unique die cracks. These error coins are often seen as mistakes that were produced by the minting process, but over time, they have become some of the most sought-after coins by collectors. One of the most prized error varieties of the 1998 quarter is the double die variety. This occurs when the design of the coin is struck twice, leading to a noticeable doubling of the features on the coin. In the case of the 1998 quarter, the doubling typically appears on the inscriptions, such as Liberty and In God We Trust, or the date 1998. These double die quarters are rare, and their value has skyrocketed as collectors have recognized their rarity and unique features. A 1998 quarter with a strong double die error can fetch thousands of dollars at auction, with some pieces selling for as much as $115,000, depending on the extent of the doubling and the condition of the coin. Aside from the double die errors, other notable errors in the 1998 quarter include misaligned strikes, die cracks, and off-center strikes. Misaligned strikes occur when the coin is not properly aligned with the minting die, resulting in an off-center design. These types of errors are often seen as imperfections, but they can be highly valuable to collectors because of their rarity. Similarly, die cracks, small fissures that appear in the die used to strike the coin, can create unique patterns on the surface of the coin. These cracks can lead to interesting visual effects, making the coins particularly desirable to numismatists. The appeal of the 1998 quarter goes beyond just error coins. Even in their uncirculated, non-error form, quarters from this year can hold significant value, especially when they are in exceptional condition. Coins that are well preserved, free of wear and damage, and graded as mint state, are often highly sought after by collectors. A 1998 quarter that is graded MS 67 or higher, for example, can command a premium price at auction, as collectors are always on the lookout for high-quality examples to add to their collections. The 1998 quarter is also part of a broader trend in numismatics, where coins from specific years are often seen as key pieces in the larger puzzle of American coinage. As the U.S. Mint continued to issue the Washington quarter throughout the late 20th century, collectors began focusing on particular years, seeking out coins that were part of unique historical moments or that had special minting characteristics. The 1998 quarter, being the last year before the launch of the 50-state quarters program, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors who are interested in building a comprehensive collection of quarters. From this era.as we arrive at the big reveal: how much is the 1998 quarter really worth? While the vast majority of 1998 quarters are worth only their face value of 25 cents, the true value of these coins lies in their rarity, condition, and any unique errors they may possess. Well-preserved, high-grade quarters from 1998 can be worth several $100s, while those with significant error characteristics, particularly double die varieties, can fetch much higher prices. Some of the most valuable examples have been sold for upwards of $115,000, a testament to the rare and intriguing nature of these coins. In conclusion, the 1998 USA $quarter coin is much more than just a piece of currency. It represents a pivotal moment in American history, the culmination of decades of design tradition, and a fascinating chapter in the evolving story of the U.S. Mint. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone who simply enjoys the beauty and history behind American coins, the 1998 quarter holds undeniable appeal. Its design, its minting process, and its potential for error-based value make it an exciting piece to explore for anyone interested in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you come across a 1998 quarter, take a moment to appreciate its story, its history, and its potential. It may just be worth far more than you ever imagined. The 2001 USA $quarter coin is an intriguing piece of American numismatic history, a coin that carries with it more than just its face value of 25 cents. For most, the quarter is a familiar, often overlooked coin, used daily in vending machines, parking meters, or tossed into a jar in the corner of the room. However, as we dig deeper into the history, design, and minting of the 2001 quarter, we'll discover that this coin holds far more significance than its mere circulation would suggest. Far from just a component of pocket change, the 2001 quarter has become a sought-after item for collectors and numismatists, with some fetching incredible sums, up to $105,000, as we'll soon uncover. Let's begin by setting the stage in 2001. The world was in the midst of a transition, a turning point that would affect not only the United States but the entire globe. The new millennium had arrived, and with it, the promise of technological advancements and global connectivity. In the United States, the economy was recovering from the dot-com bubble burst of the late 90s. On a more somber note, 2001 would become a year defined by the September 11th attacks, a moment that forever altered the course of American history. Yet, while the world was shifting in dramatic ways, the U.S. Mint continued its work to produce the currency that would serve as the foundation for the economy. 2001 was a crucial year for the U.S. Mint, marking a pivotal point in the life of the quarter. It was the second year of the 50-state quarters program, a groundbreaking initiative that was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. This program, which would run until 2008, was designed to honor each of the 50 states with a unique quarter design. The coins would feature a reverse design that celebrated something significant about each state, whether it was its history, landmarks, culture, or natural beauty. The U.S. Mint released 5 new designs each year, and the state quarters were issued in the order that the states ratified the U.S. Constitution or joined the Union. In 2001, the quarters representing Virginia, New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, and Vermont were released. This set of 5 state quarters continued the momentum of the program, capturing the attention of both casual collectors and serious numismatists. But the appeal of these coins went beyond their designs. They also represented a larger trend in the mint's history, a shift toward more innovative and varied coinage that would eventually help shape the way Americans viewed their currency. The reverse designs of the 2001 quarters were distinct and memorable, each telling a story about the individual state it represented. Let's take a closer look at the designs of each of these 5 quarters to understand how they connect to their respective states and why they became such sought-after items in the coin-collecting world. First, let's examine the Virginia State Quarter, which was released in the first quarter of 2000. This design features the famous Jamestown settlement, which was established in 1607 and was the first permanent English colony in America. The quarter depicts the 3 ships that brought the first settlers to Jamestown, symbolizing Virginia's pivotal role in the founding of the United States. The coin also includes the inscription, Jamestown 1607, commemorating this historical event. The design is rich in symbolism, reflecting Virginia's historical importance in the formation of the United States. Next, we move to the New York State Quarter, which was released in 2001. This design showcases the Statue of Liberty in the state's nickname, Gateway to Freedom. The coin captures the iconic image of the statue, standing tall in New York Harbor as a symbol of freedom and democracy. The design also includes the state's motto, E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. The New York Quarter's release was significant not only because of its design but also because of the state's prominent role in American history, particularly as the location of the first U.S. Capitol and the site of many key events in the Revolutionary War. The North Carolina Quarter, also released in 2001, highlights the Wright brothers' first powered flight at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. The design shows the Wright brothers' plane taking off with the sand dunes in the background, celebrating the birth of modern aviation. North Carolina's contribution to the scientific and technological advancement of the United States was immortalized in this quarter, making it one of the most iconic designs of the series. The Rhode Island Quarter, released in 2001 as well, features an image of the sailboat, a symbol of Rhode Island's maritime history. The quarter's design pays tribute to the state's long-standing relationship with the sea and its importance in America's colonial past. Rhode Island's quarter captures the spirit of the state's unique identity, with its focus on the ocean and its seafaring traditions. Finally, the Vermont State Quarter, also issued in 2001, displays an image of a cow and a maple syrup bucket, emphasizing Vermont's agricultural heritage. The design showcases the state's scenic beauty and natural resources, specifically its dairy industry and maple syrup production. Vermont's quarter was a reminder of the importance of agriculture in the U.S. economy and a celebration of the state's rural traditions. Each of these 5 designs from 2001 represents a unique aspect of American history, and together, they contribute to the larger narrative of the 50 State Quarters program. These coins were not just currency, they were miniature pieces of art that celebrated the identity, heritage, and contributions of each state. For many collectors, these quarters were a way to connect to the nation's history in a tangible, personal way. Now, let's shift our focus to the minting details that make these 2001 quarters even more intriguing to collectors. During this time, the U.S. Mint was using advanced technology to produce coins with greater efficiency and precision than ever before. The quarters from 2001 were struck using modern coin presses, which ensured that the designs were crisp and detailed. As a result, many of the 2001 state quarters were produced in high-quality proof and uncirculated finishes, which appealed to collectors looking for coins in pristine condition. However, as with any mass production, errors occasionally occurred during the minting process. And it's these error coins, rare misprints or imperfections, that have played a significant role in driving up the value of certain 2001 quarters. The world of error coins is fascinating, and collectors often seek out coins with minting mistakes, as they can become quite valuable. In the case of the 2001 quarter, there were several varieties of error coins that have captured the attention of numismatists. One of the most notable is the double die error, which occurs when the coin is struck twice by the same die, resulting in the design being slightly doubled. This error is particularly valuable for the 2001 quarters because it is rare and typically results in a noticeable effect on the text or image. A double die error on a 2001 quarter can increase its value substantially, and some have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Another type of error that collectors look for in the 2001 quarters is the misaligned die error, where the coin is struck off-center, causing the design to be shifted or incomplete. This kind of error can make the coin highly desirable to collectors who are interested in rare and unique pieces. While these errors are not as common as others, they can add significant value to a quarter from 2001. In addition to mint errors, the general collector appeal of the 2001 state quarters lies in their high quality and the limited number of coins available in uncirculated or proof condition. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition since their release, especially those that have been graded as MS-65 or higher, can fetch a premium price. In recent years, the value of these coins has only continued to rise, as collectors and investors alike seek out rare and high-quality examples to add to their collections. As for the big reveal, how much can a 2001 quarter actually be worth? While the vast majority of 2001 quarters are worth only their face value of 25 cents, the real value lies in the rarity, condition, and minting errors that make certain examples stand out. Uncirculated or proof 2001 quarters can be worth anywhere from $10 to $50, depending on the grade and condition. However, when it comes to error coins, the value can skyrocket. For example, a 2001 quarter with a strong double die error or misaligned die can fetch upwards of $105,000 at auction, depending on its rarity and condition. These rare coins, often in mint state or with unique flaws, are highly prized by collectors, driving up the price to astonishing levels. In conclusion, the 2001 USA $quarter coin is much more than just a quarter. It is a piece of American history, a work of art, and a highly sought-after collectible. With its distinctive state designs, historical significance, and potential for error-based value, the 2001 quarter has become a favorite among collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the world of coin collecting, the 2001 quarter is a fascinating coin to explore. So, the next time you find a 2001 quarter in your pocket, take a moment to consider its story, its design, and its potential. It might just be worth far more than you think.